And outside of him out of Lenox, South Dakota, the 15 of Brandon Ferguson. Inside of row 3 out of Rock Rapids, the 11K, it's Darren Cordles. And outside of him, the 20K is Spencer Callis. Jacob Foster rounds out your field in the 46-7.
Green flag is out for heat race number 1 of 3. The USRA Stock Cars presented by Precision Auto Body. Ferguson pushing up the track, taking the grub nice with him. Darren Cordles will move into that 3rd spot. Heat race number 1 of 3 for the Precision Auto Body USRA Stock Cars. Colby Clausen, your race leader. Brandon Ferguson in 2nd spot. Darren Cordles, Brad Grotnice, Spencer Callis, Bud Crop, and the 46-7 of Jacob Foster. Top 3 will hit the redraw here tonight. For the USRA Stock Cars presented by Precision Auto Body, Colby Clausen, your race leader, as Cordles starts to put the pressure on Ferguson for that 2nd spot. Spencer Callis looking to get around Brad to Grotnice. At a current battle for 4th position is Buck Pratt. Croc will close the gap between Callis and Grotnice as well and make that a 3-car battle for position. Cordles to the inside of Ferguson for 2nd spot. Ferguson a little squirrely. Top side of turn 4. Cordles will slide up into that 2nd spot. Clausen, your race leader. Ferguson crossing over, looking to pay the 11K back and will not be able to keep up the 11K of Cordles into 2nd position. Ferguson running 3rd. There you see Spencer Croc in 4th spot, followed by Brad de Grotenhuis and Buck Croc. Those cars running 4th, 5th, and 6th off the field presently. Heat race number 1 of 3 for the USRA Stock Cars presented by Precision Auto Body. Colby Clausen, Darren Cordles, Brandon Ferguson, Spencer Callis, your top 4 on the field. Brad de Grotenhuis, Buck Croc, and Jacob Foster round out the field. Precision Auto Body bringing you USRA Stock Car action. Clausen and Cordles running 1 and 2. Heading off the exit of turn number 2 and down the backstretch. This is shaping up to be a race here shortly. The 34K of Colby Clausen with the 11K of Darren Cordles closing. 2 laps to go, this time by Clausen and Cordles 1 and 2. Brandon Ferguson on an island in that 3rd and final transfer spot to the redraw for the time being. Clausen right in front of Cordles as Cordles continues to close the gap in the 11K. The 34K of Colby Clausen coming off of turn number 4 with the lead to the white flag. Clausen and Cordles running 1 and 2. Brandon Ferguson, Spencer Callis, Brad de Grotenhuis, Buck Croc, and Jacob Foster round out your field. Heat race number 1 of 3 for the USRA Stock Cars presented by Precision Auto Body. Coming to the checkers this time around, the 34K of Colby Clausen.
Colby Clausen with that heat race win. Right behind him is the 11K of Darren Cordles. And coming home in 3rd in the final transfer spot, the 15 car of Brandon Ferguson. That is Thor Anderson. And outside of him, out of Little Rock, the 9B of John DeBoer. Starting last on the field out of Rock Rapids, the 81 VT, it is Tanner Vanentop.
And flagman Cody Johnson gives them the sign. Green is in the air. Heat race number 2 of 3 for the USRA Stock Cars presented by Precision Auto Body. Last week's A-feature winner Elijah Ziebenbergen off to the early race lead. Scott Overgaard, who made some hay in last week's A-feature, and then number 40 running in 2nd spot. Joe Hansen in 3rd position, DeBoer in 4th, and Kelderman your top 5. Kelderman will take that 4th spot to the top side of John DeBoer. Josh Kelderman moving into 4th position. Nick Johansson in the 3rd and final spot to transfer into the redraw for the time being in that blue and black 14X machine. Ziebenbergen, Overgaard, Johansson your top 3. Josh Kelderman running 4th. John DeBoer in 5th. And DeBoer now under attack from the 34A of Thor Anderson. The Sheriff, Thor Anderson in the 34A machine, typically a modified driver, wheeling a stock car here tonight. A former Colby Clausen machine in that 34A, that is Thor Anderson. Elijah Ziebenbergen, Scott Overgaard, and Nick Johansson, your top 3. Josh Kelderman leading the group of cars on the outside, looking in. John DeBoer in that 9B Tribute car, looking to catch up with the 43K of Kelderman and the 34A of Anderson right there. Tanner Vanentop getting some laps in that 81 team. at the back of the pack. Heat race number 2 of 3 for the USRA Stock Cars, presented by Precision Auto Body. Night number 2 of the 2020 racing season here at the Rapid Speedway. They're off of the exit of 2 and down the back stretch. Josh Kelderman holding on to that 4th spot. John DeBoer in the 9B Tribute car at the bottom side of your screen as we head back to the front stretch. Siebenbergen, Overgaard, and Joe Hansen, your top 3 with 2 to go. Good spacing between the top 3. They're each and every one by themselves. Josh Kelderman, meanwhile, in 4th, looking to hold off a charging Thor Anderson for that 4th spot. Siebenbergen with 2 to go. Overgaard, Johansson, your top 3. Thor Anderson coming into that 4th spot to the inside of Josh Kelderman. And the Sheriff makes his way up to 4th. Josh Kelderman in 5th. John DeBoer back to 6th. Tanner Vandertop rounds out the field as Siebenbergen takes the white flag. Elijah Siebenbergen, Scott Overgaard in the number 40 in 2nd spot. Nick Johansson running in 3rd position. There you see the 40 of Scott Overgaard running by himself at 2nd. And here comes your heat race winner, the 66Z of Elijah Siebenbergen.
Elijah Siebenbergen running away with heat race number 2. Scott Overgaard in 2nd, and Nick Johansson rounding out your top 3 and into the redraw. Inside of your 3rd and final row out of Hamburg, Minnesota, driving the 92, that is Dan McInthune. And outside him out of Russell, Minnesota, the 32X, it is Rich Gregoire. 3rd and final heat race here tonight, Precision Auto Body Stock Cars.
Looks like the 5L of Dustin Larson going to be a scratch here. He is a scratch for heat race number 3. 3rd and final heat race with the Hobby Stock B feature. Coming up next, we are under green here at the Rapid Speedway. Precision Auto Body USRA Stock Cars. Colton Ahrens will lead them after that wild ride he took that went viral last Friday night here at the Rapid Speedway. Ahrens going up and over, back on his wheels and driving away from it. Chad Loneman running in that 2nd spot. There you see Rich Gregoire in the purple and orange 32X. Nice new look for that 32X of Rich Gregoire heading into this season. That is a sharp-looking car running in that 3rd and final transfer spot. The 81 of Travis Vandertop in his familiar red, running in 4th on the outside looking in. Dan McInthune, USRA Ironman stock car out of Hamburg, Minnesota, at the back of the pack. And McInthune coming to the Rapid Speedway here early in the season to test out the track. Colton Ahrens and Chad Loneman running 1 and 2 on the field, separating themselves from the rest of the pack. Rich Gregoire leads the 2nd wave of cars in 3rd position as Ahrens, your race leader, followed by Loneman. Rich Gregoire running in 3rd, Travis Vandertop and Dan McInthune, your following cars for the 3rd and final heat race for the USRA Stock Cars here tonight in the Rapid Speedway. Stock Cars each and every Friday night, presented by Precision Auto Body of Rock Rapids. Colton Ahrens and Chad Loneman running 1 and 2. Rich Gregoire at 3rd spot. Travis Vandertop and Dan McInthune, your 5 cars on the field. Precision Auto Body USRA Stock Cars. Following this stock car heat race, we will have our Hobby Stock B feature. The last chance for the Hobby Stocks to get into tonight's A feature, or only B feature of the night. The Hobby Stock B feature coming your way after the conclusion of this USRA Stock Car heat race. Colton Ahrens, your heat race leader in the 46 machine, followed by the 117L of Chad Loneman. 2 laps to go this time by. Rich Gregoire running in 3rd, Travis Vandertop 4th, and Dan McInthune, your 5 cars on the track. Ahrens and Loneman running 1 and 2. Gregoire, Vandertop, and McInthune just leaving turn 2, heading down the backstretch. White flag is out for Colton Ahrens, your race leader. Rich Gregoire in that purple and orange 32X, 3rd spot, leading that 2nd wave of cars. There we see our race leader, the 46 machine of Colton Ahrens, making his way off of turn number 3 into 4, and off of 4, your heat race winner, the 46 of Colton Ahrens.
Colton Ahrens with that heat race win. Chad Loneman in second. Rich Gregoire comes up to finish in the third and final transfer into the redraw.
Taking home some bonus money from Chad Schulte Handyman, $300 for that third position finish for Brock Hess in that B-Mod A feature. As everyone passed the flag standoff into turns 1 and 2, we will set our sights to the USRA Stock Car A feature here tonight at the Rapid Speedway Stock Cars, presented by Precision Auto Body of Rock Rapids. Brandon Ferguson, Rich Gregoire up front on row number 1 as we go racing. Brandon Ferguson will ease out to the early race lead. Elijah Siebenbergen right along the bottom side of the track in that 66Z, moving up into that second spot. Rich Gregoire battling back on the top side. Darren Cordles like a ruptured duck coming up to the inside of the 46 of Colton Ahrens' fourth position. Siebenbergen and Ferguson side by side for the race lead at the front of the pack. Rich Gregoire in third position. Colton Ahrens along with Chad Loneman, Spencer Callis, Darren Cordles, and Scott Overgaard. 3 wide behind Overgaard. For position, Colby Clausen in the middle with Johansson and Thor Anderson around him. Pardon me, Travis Vanentop, rather. Elijah Siebenbergen, your race leader as the field starts to settle out. Brandon Ferguson running in second spot. Rich Gregoire in third. Chad Loneman running fourth, and side by side for fifth position on the field presently, Colton Ahrens and Scott Overgaard. Caution flag coming out. Caution will fly on the speedway as the caution flag comes out for the first time tonight here at this Stock Car A feature.
Caution flag over the raceway there. Tanner Vandentop, the rookie in this stock car division in the 81 T car around there. You see him on the bottom side of the raceway. We'll see if we can get him going and see if he can rejoin the field. To the inside there, you've got Gregoire. Outside of him, Ferguson. 2 laps down, 16 remain.
Siebenbergen goes up high in front of Ferguson as the green flag comes out. Green is back out. USRA Stock Car A feature tonight at the Rapid Speedway. We've got a gaggle of cars running through the middle of 1 and 2, a whole big gang of cars, and Brandon Ferguson moving into that second spot to the inside of Rich Gregoire after Gregoire had just taken it away. Chad Loneman charging through the field in the 117L. Elijah Siebenbergen, your clear leader as he sets sail on the field. Loneman and looks like Gregoire side by side in a battle for position. Spencer Callis getting up to the top side in the 20K. Callis will take fourth from Gregoire, setting his sights on third from Loneman. Elijah Siebenbergen, Brandon Ferguson running 1 and 2. Spencer Callis in third. Chad Loneman fourth. Rich Gregoire, your top 5. Overgaard 6th. Darren Cordles 7th. Colton Ahrens 8th. Nick Johansson 9th. And Travis Vanentop, your top 10 on the field. USRA Stock Car A feature. Tanner Vanentop going around at the back of the pack. Jacob Foster has to swerve to avoid contact. Will stay under green. As those two cars keep going, we'll stay under green. Elijah Siebenbergen over leader. Brandon Ferguson in the second spot. Chad Loneman getting back to that third position to the inside of Spencer Callis. Spencer Callis in fourth. Rich Gregoire fifth. Scott Overgaard sixth. Darren Cordles seventh. Nick Johansson side by side with Colton Ahrens out of battle for 8th position on the track. And 10th presently being held down by Colby Clausen in the 34K. Precision Auto Body USRA Stock Car A featured caution flag coming out as Travis Vanentop is off the track. In the top side of turn number 4, caution coming back out this time around for the 81 machine of Travis Vanentop.
Caution flag once again over the raceway. You see Travis Vanentop making his way back to the infield in his Big Daddy's Corral Lanes number 81 machine.
DeBoer to Grotenice, Kroc, Vanentop, and Foster rounding out your field. We go back, green flag racing, USRA Stock Car A feature. Siebenbergen continues with the lead. Brandon Ferguson in second spot. Chad Loneman running in that second position as he'll pass Ferguson to the outside. Cordles coming up through the middle to the inside of Spencer Callis for a top 5 position on the field. Rich Gregoire running toward Cordles and Callis coming by side for the 5th position on the track. Siebenbergen with the race lead. Chad Loneman in second. Brandon Ferguson, Rich Gregoire, Darren Cordles, Spencer Callis, and we've got Bud Kroc around at the exit of turn number 4 on the front stretch. Caution will come out for the 21 of Kroc as Bug will take a trip to the Lyon County Chiropractic Adjustment Area. '21 machine of Bud Kroc back out onto the track. He'll tag the back of the pack. We're going to be going green right away. Single file, Elijah Siebenbergen leads him as the green flag is back out on the raceway. Siebenbergen with the race lead. Chad Loneman in second. Brandon Ferguson third. Rich Gregoire, Darren Cordles, and Spencer Callis. Your top 5. Problem with Ferguson as he slows, and now Callis slowing as well. Ferguson falls back to 4th. Cordles looking to get up to the inside of Ferguson, and now Callis going around in turns 3 and 4. Collecting Johansson and Clausen. A couple of cars going off the grid to avoid contact as Spencer Callis went around starting that mess in turns 3 and 4.
What a tough break there, Jay Kelly. Colby Clausen nowhere to go there. Nick Johansson, Spencer Callis got together. Those two were tied up. Colby just threw it sideways and ran into the side of them. He's the one who stops.
Elijah Siebenbergen leads them back to green. Loneman, Ferguson, Gregoire, Cordles, your top 5. Green is back in the air. And Ferguson gets the jump on Loneman on the restart, taking over that second position. Ferguson buries that 15 in low, right up on the tail of the 66C of Elijah Siebenbergen. Siebenbergen, Ferguson, Loneman, your top 3. Gregoire, Cordles, your top 5. Here comes the Sheriff, Thor Anderson in the 34A up to that 6th position. USRA Stock Cars presented by Precision of Rock Rapids. Ferguson slides in turn number 2 ever so slightly. That allows the 117L of Chad Loneman to catch up and put on a battle for that second spot. Anderson to the inside of Cordles. Halfway this time around. Siebenbergen the leader. Anderson into the top 5. For Anderson moving into that 5th spot. And now Ferguson goes around in front of the field. Ferguson around in front of the field and bringing the caution out once again. Thor Anderson moving through the field. The Sheriff in that 34A machine.
We'll take a look here at the replay. Ferguson driving there and just slide through the middle of the racetrack and just can't quite hang on as the tail end goes around there. You see the accordion effect there as Cordles starts getting in the brakes. He sees it. And then behind him, Johansson goes sideways as well as John DeBoer. And those two make some contact and come to a stop as well. Darren Cordles, the 11K in the Lyon County Chiropractic Adjustment Area.
Scott Overgaard's about one more fender away from making that thing a modified here tonight. Elijah Siebenbergen, your race leader as we go back green flag racing. Siebenbergen and Loneman running 1 and 2. The story here lately, Thor Anderson in the 34A moving to the inside of Gregoire for 3rd spot. Anderson climbing the ladder in that 34A machine. The Sheriff has come to play tonight to the inside of Loneman in the 117L. Loneman will hold on to the 2nd spot. Anderson back to 3rd. Here comes Colton Ahrens. Colton Ahrens moving to the inside of Rich Gregoire for 4th position, and Ahrens is there. Gregoire will get the run off the top side, off the exit of 2 as Bud Kroc is around again. Car goes off the track to avoid contact. That's banded top. Kroc comes to a stop on turn number 2, and the caution will come out once again for the 21 machine of Bud Kroc.
Looks like the 21 of Bug Croc around on the top side there of turn number 2, bringing the caution flag out. 10 laps down, 8 laps remain here. Precision Auto Body Stock Cars.
Elijah Siebenbergen, your race leader. Chad Loneman, Thor Anderson, Rich Gregoire, Colton Ahrens, your top 5 as we go back to green flag racing. Green is back out on the speedway as Anderson sets his sights on Loneman for that second spot. Loneman still too strong. Ferguson gets into Kelderman. Kelderman sends him around. And Ferguson, if he can keep going, he cannot, will go back to caution. Caution at the back of the pack once again. Now Brad DeGroat nice going around at turn 4. That was after the caution had come out. It's the 34A of Thor Anderson, the 46 of Colton Ahrens. These two cars have been moving as of late. 3rd and 5th, respectively. Keep your eyes on them as we go back green flag racing. Elijah Siebenbergen, your race leader. Thor Anderson looking to the inside of Chad Loneman for that second spot. Loneman will come back on the high side in the 117L. Anderson and Loneman side by side for second spot on the track. Loneman will get the run off of turn number 4 down the front stretch. Siebenbergen, Loneman, Anderson, Gregoire, and Ahrens, your top 5. John DeBoer moving up into that 6th position in the 9B tribute car, and Darren Cordles from the back after his pit stop, moving to the outside of Scott Overgaard for 7th spot on the field. Siebenbergen continues to lead them. Loneman in 2nd spot. Thor Anderson running in 3rd. Scott Overgaard has decided to retire, call it quits for the night, is the number 40 machine heading pit side. Colton Ahrens to the inside of Rich Gregoire. That a battle for 4th position on the track. John DeBoer right behind them with Cordles. Carlings behind DeBoer. Siebenbergen begins to stretch out his lead in the 66Z machine. Chad Loneman in the 117L. Thor Anderson in the 34A. Colton Ahrens to the inside of Rich Gregoire for that 4th position. We'll see if he can make it stick, and he will. Colton Ahrens for 4th spot as McIntyre gets a little squirrely and takes the shortcut through the bottom side of turn number 4. Siebenbergen checking out from the rest of the pack. The 117L of Chad Loneman in 2nd spot. Thor Anderson running in 3rd. Colton Ahrens 4th. Rich Gregoire, your top 5. John DeBoer, Darren Cordles, and Cordles in the 8th position. You got Brandon Ferguson as we got one off the pace on the low side. Believe that's McIntyre. Low side of turns 3 and 4. He's able to keep it moving, and it looks like he's going to pull her in with 2 laps remaining. Siebenbergen right on the tail of DeGroat. Nice looking to put him a lap down at the end of the night. 117L of Jim Loneman in 2nd. Thor Anderson running in 3rd. Colton Ahrens 4th. Rich Gregoire 5th. John DeBoer 6th. Darren Cordles 7th. White flag coming out this time around. Elijah Siebenbergen, your race leader. One around at the bottom of turn 2, and the caution going to come out. At the back of the pack, one goes around at the bottom of turn 2, bringing the caution out as we're heading to the final lap. Looks like the 15 of Brandon Ferguson again. Attrition feature, but that's exactly what we got here tonight. We're going green, white, checkered. Siebenbergen leads them back to the green flag. Green is in the air. Siebenbergen with the race lead as Anderson puts the pressure on Loneman once again. Loneman will skate by in that 2nd spot. Here comes Colton Ahrens. Colton Ahrens looking to get 3rd from Anderson. Anderson will rally back on the bottom side. White flag coming out this time around. Siebenbergen, Loneman, Ahrens, Anderson, and Gregoire, your top 5 on the field. Heading to the last lap, easy. Elijah Siebenbergen, your race leader. Chad Loneman in 2nd spot. Thor Anderson charging. Checkers come out this time around. Your A-feature winner 2 in a row for the 66Z of Elijah Siebenbergen. Easy does it once again for the second week in a row. Elijah Siebenbergen visits Pizza Ranch Victory Lane, batting 1,000 on the year. Here at the Rapid Speedway, that 66Z machine will pull into Pizza Ranch Victory Lane. Chad Loneman running in second spot. Colton Ahrens charging up into that third position. Thor Anderson with a great run in fourth. And Rich Gregoire rounding out your top five for the USRA Stock Cars here tonight. Thor Anderson, the sheriff, moving from 11th to 4th here tonight. Good run for that 34A machine. Nice run for Colton Ahrens, bouncing back after last week. He'll come home with a third spot finish in that 46. We've got our stock car and B modified A feature winners down in Pizza Ranch Victory Lane as we hold the trophy presentations for the final two classes to the end of the night here in order to beat the weather and keep the show moving along. Let's see if we can get a word with our A feature winners, and we'll start with Easy, Elijah Siebenbergen, Joel Viss down at Pizza Ranch Victory Lane. Your stock car winner, Elijah Siebenbergen.
Well, thank you, Jay Kelly, down here in Pizza Ranch Victory Lane. 2 for 2, Elijah Siebenbergen, but a totally different track than last Friday night, but still the same result. You're able to get out in front and take the win.
Yeah, I mean, we read the track conditions right. The team got the car ready, and the car just basically drove itself tonight. It was awesome, and the sniper speed was on. I mean, the sniper speed was set up really nice.
Well, like I said last week, dry, slick racetrack. Had to get around the bottom of the raceway. Here, a little bit more high side dominant. Had to ride the cushion a little bit. And speed-wise, a little bit more on the throttle here tonight than it was last week.
Yeah, the track had a lot more moisture. We were able to get a hold of it a lot better. And, yeah, it was a lot faster, a lot higher, but it was a great race. Great track.
Well, congratulations, 2 for 2, and we'll see if you can make a 3 for 3 next week.
Thank you.
Elijah Siebenbergen, your stock car feature winner.
Well, Joel Viss will give Easy the trophy here and see if we can get Derek Van Veldhuizen in the number 20 B mod right behind Siebenbergen there. And see if we can get a word with Derek Van Veldhuizen, Rock Rapids at maroon number 20 B mod, you see.